Yeah, no, thank you. No, indeed, I think Greece has made a good start overall to the post-program period. We've seen, obviously, growth remains in positive territory. As you indicated, a number of bond issuances have been made. Structural reforms continued. There were some setbacks in recent months, which were reflected in our recent report. But overall, considering where Greece came from after 8 years of a program, after a fiscal consolidation of 15 percentage points of GDP, the fact that it has continued to meet its fiscal targets and in many areas continue to implement reforms is a good start. But obviously, an awful lot remains to be done. Greece has achieved steady growth, but it clearly needs to achieve a much higher level of sustainable growth. I mean, the key to that, I think, is to continue with the reform agenda. I think there's 4 priorities there. I think the fiscal position is actually rather sound. I think now what has to be done is to actually make public expenditure and the taxation system more growth friendly, in particular by lowering tax rates on corporates and on labor. Further steps are needed to reduce non-performing loans. A particular effort needs to be made to improve the environment and climate to do business. That's a very broad agenda. It's not just, it's critically, I think, about the implementation of reforms. It's not necessarily undertaking new reforms, but actually fully rolling out what has already been put in place. And also to have, I think, predictability in the application of rules so that investors have certainty that, when they interact with the public sector. And then finally, to continue the process of modernizing the public sector. So I think I agree with what George Houliarakis said at the end. I think the incoming government has a decent starting position, but now it's a question of pushing on and taking the reforms to the next level.